Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Nikita Antoine and today I'll be doing a message for the sign of Sagittarius. As always, Sag, all of the readings are timeless, so when the message finds you and resonates, then it's yours at the time in which you find it. So I've done your reading today with the Hush Tarot by Jeremy Hush. So you'll be seeing that in your spread today. Sag, a couple things have happened in like the preliminary setup of your reading. So actually, like, I have like this chair, I have like another one, and I switched chairs and I set up the camera and everything, and I'm reading from that position, and it was like nothing was coming through. Nothing was coming through in that position. Okay. And I was just staring at the cards and I actually almost scrapped it and just thinking like, okay, well maybe Sagittarius just it's not gonna happen today for them. But then all of a sudden I received a phone call and that phone call made the entire reading make sense. So um there's something about the position that you're in, switching positions. So then I ended up switching back to the original chair. So switching positions is going to like, it's all going to make sense. It's all going to make sense when you switch positions. Okay. All right. And all right. So, and then, of course, maybe there's some type of communication message or phone call that you'll be receiving that is going to, I guess, in a sense, get the ball rolling for you in that regard. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. This is beautiful. This is coming through as you. All right, you as the High Priestess. This kind of looks like it's funny because it's kind of looking like me on my phone, like my phone call. So I'm a Sag Moon, if you didn't know. So yeah, sometimes these readings they do resonate for me as well because I am in the collective. All right, so the High Priestess here is coming through as you receiving that phone call or receiving some type of communication. It's like you've been searching psychically for answers and you're just not, it's not coming through. Something is not coming through. So, and then all of a sudden it does. All of a sudden it does with this phone call. So, let's look at the split. On the split, we have the Queen of Swords. Look, down here at the bottom is that the crow. It's like a call. It's coming through as like a phone call. It's a phone call that is almost okay. So with the crow mask here on the Queen of Swords, it's talking about it's the phone call is like taking your attention to something else. It's like it's see how she's in order to answer that phone call, she has to like remove this mask of okay, that's interesting because this is a messenger energy too. And then with the High Priestess, come on, Luna. She's running around. So hopefully you didn't see the camera move around. So it's causing you to like remove this message for so like for me in my situation, it's like causing you to remove your gaze at the message that or what you're trying to get answers out of, and it's bringing your attention to that. It's like there's something in that, the removing your sight from whatever you're trying to get answers from and answering this call is actually going to give you the answer to what you're looking for. Okay, so let's get an overall energy for Sagittarius. I was going to say Scorpio. Oh, look at that. And there it is. Oh my God, this is so... I love them. I love magic. Okay, so um, the sign here, this is it. This is the answer that you've been looking for, and it's got that raven energy as well. So this is what you've been looking for. It's coming into full view for you. It's all making sense with the sun energy. Okay. So we are starting your reading off today with the Magician. 555. Ooh, okay. There's a change. A change in the magic. There's a shift, some type of shift. Okay. So this Magician energy talks to me about having to sacrifice something that you love dearly, having to sacrifice something that you love like with all of your heart. And in that sacrifice, there's something miraculous that's coming out of it. Even though initially it might look like heartbreak or dread or something that's like you don't want to let it go. Um, but you're in a sense being for I was forced. I'm like, hang on a second. Well, it's like you're being forced to. I don't know. There's something about that word, being forced. Are you willingly sacrificing this, or is it being like, is your hand being forced? I feel like it might be a situation in which, like, your hand perhaps was forced to make this sacrifice, but it's almost like it's like a two-layered thing. Like, even though you might have been forced to sacrifice this, um, there's like, you still have to sacrifice it. So there is like, it it implies choice, that you sacrificed it for I don't know. I don't think that you know what you sacrificed it for. I'm getting really, really hot. Okay. So we have this, so in this sacrifice, we have this energy that is like, it's forming from what was lost. It's kind of coming through as like having to break something down to like the basic building blocks, and then restructuring it so that it can be formed into something else. It's kind of, well, I mean, it's kind of like, well, it's kind of like a manifestation, or hell, even some type of magic that you're doing. Magic tends to require some type of even candle magic requires some type of like sacrifice. You got to sacrifice the candle, you got to burn it down. So that's what this is coming through. It's coming through as like some type of ritual in which you sacrificed something, and the breakdown of that energy is now producing like a new manifestation for you. And that's what this energy up here is. So while it's coming into form, while your newest manifestation is coming into form, it can kind of have like, well, you don't exactly know what it is. It looks a little, it's interesting. You're not even looking at it. okay, you're not looking at it because you got that phone call. So you were looking at it, and then something drew your attention away because you're trying to find out answers to what is this new. It's almost like you sacrificed something and you didn't know that in doing so would bring about some type of new manifestation. So you're trying to find answers as to, okay, well, that's gone. What's going to fill its place? And you're not receiving any answers. And so you're actually not, now you're not looking at it because you got this call, which is like going to give you the answer to what that new manifestation is. Because it's drawing your attention away from trying to figure out what it is. So we then move into the Emperor, and look, see, it's like, oh my gosh, it's literally, it's almost like both of these cards inside this card. So, because you see the crow down here, see this crow, that I want to say that the crow today is coming through as like a phone call message. It's like it's coming in and causing you to like turn your head away from trying to figure out what this is, whatever this is for you. It's not yet informed, so it's like you're still trying to like, it's like trying to see something through like really foggy lenses. You can't see it. So it's causing you to, this phone call is turning your head away from whatever the sacrifice and new manifestation is. And okay, so hang on, let me peer into this a little bit more. There's something up with these hands. So these hands in this Emperor energy. Well, it's coming through as two things. First of all, it's coming through as like these being your hands here that are clutching to, they formally were clutching to the sacrifice. It's like trying to hold on to this. That's why I kept trying to figure out, like, was your hand forced? Or you see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. The sacrifice was almost like it was forced upon you, but you're still clutching to it. And when this message or phone call comes in, what it's causing you to do is like you're releasing the sacrifice. It's causing your hands to release the sacrifice. I feel like that because I feel like it's that way because I know that just dropped out of my mind. Because it's like you can't see the new thing until you have fully let go of the sacrifice that you made. You can't see the new until you fully let go of the old, essentially. And so when that phone call comes in, it's like that's like the trigger for you letting go of whatever this sacrifice was. And it seems to me like that energy is being displayed here at the bottom of this Emperor card. And the Emperor at the bottom of the Emperor card, so what's down there? It actually kind of looks like a funeral procession. There are two beings with like masks. It's really subtle. Hopefully you can see it. Two beings with masks that are like, it almost looks like a parade or something. Like a parade or a funeral procession. I'm only saying funeral procession because we have this imagery here. So this Emperor card is, like I was saying before, it's playing as like a dual, it's playing dual roles. So it's one, it's talking about you letting go of that, the sacrifice, the message coming in, all of that stuff. And then the other way that it's playing through is that this Emperor card coming into your space with this phone call is, well, they're wanting to present to you, it's coming through as like a Six of Wands energy, like a parade, some type of victory that will be coming out of this sacrifice. That's what this energy is. You can't see it yet because it isn't fully formed, but that's what's coming out of this transition that you find yourself in. Okay. And for you, what it's doing is with, I think this is the six. We have the Six of Coins, and there's that Raven again. So for you, what it's doing, it seems to be like rebalancing, and it's talking about restructuring. It's the restructuring of the elements that you put into the sacrifice. I keep using that word. I'm trying to like think of some other types of words that I can use in place of that, but it's referring to the restructuring of the elements that you've put into the sacrifice, and then it being given back to you with that Six of Pentacles energy in a new form. And that new form is what this messenger is looking at. This messenger, this crow raven energy, the one on the other side of the phone call, it's what they're looking at. So they're seeing, it's almost like they're seeing your manifestation before you're even witnessing it, if that makes sense. Well, because they're on the outside of it. So since they're on the outside of it, they have a clearer line of sight of what is occurring for you. So they can see all that is happening. And what they're seeing is, hang on. What they're seeing in you is presented in this Eight of Cups, which is coming through as this owl. Look how huge the owl is. The owl is filling the entire frame of this card. And here you are, down there. So what they're seeing is, they're seeing the Luna, please stop. They're seeing the formation of this owl energy within you. Whatever you sacrifice, that's interesting. So you sacrificed, what is this? I don't know. It kind of looks like a cross between a cat and a dog. I don't know if that has any like relevance to you, but it's coming through as like a cat and a dog. Your sacrifice has given you this. It's really interesting because these are physical manifestations, and this is like a spirit manifestation, or like a, I don't know, like it wants to come through as kind of like a spirit animal type of thing, like a spirit familiar. And that is this, oh my god, it's this incredible owl energy. And the one on the other side of this phone call can see that within you with their message. They can see this forming within you. It's interesting because she's now putting on you as the magician, is now putting on this hat. Oh my gosh, it's actually, it's really subtle, but it's actually like this mask here, but like flipped up on her head. It, it looked to me like a witch's hat. So they're seeing that, within you. And they are that as well. Okay. So this is talking about, we're talking about magic. We're talking about witches. They're seeing that element within you. And they're coming through as the raven too. So it's like you flipped up your hat. It's like you had to walk away from that messenger energy in order to get this one, to get the message from that one, which is like going to bring you the answers. And it's essentially, what it's talking about is they're same. They are, the one on the other side of this phone call sees that you two are the same. And they can also see this giant owl. I'm not sure what the owl is talking about. Okay, it's like, it's talking about they can see your ensemble, your spirit team, your spiritual ensemble. Ensemble. I haven't used that word in a long time. Yeah, it's like that's what they can see all around you. And so you're looking for the answer, and that answer is coming to you from them. Okay, so Sagittarius, if any of this resonated for you, I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for the part 2 of this reading. And yeah, so you'll see the link for that in the description box. I'm like, I feel like there's something else here. Maybe that will come up in the extended, because I'm trying to pinpoint exactly what this owl energy is. I think that's the thing. It's like you can't see it. See, because it's standing behind her. And that's what this was talking about. It's like you can't see it, but it's all going to make sense once this comes through. Once this message or phone call or something like that, once that comes through, it's all, you're going to see it all. You're going to see everything. Okay. All right, Sag. So that link is going to be in the description box. All right, I'll see you there.